This is where legends are made. Picture this. Florida State, backs against the wall, hope all but gone. Then, out of nowhere, backup quarterback Kevin Sperry unleashes an absolute cannonball. A 49-yard prayer heaved downfield, a Hail Mary in every sense of the word. Who's on the other end? Mikahi Danzy, pulling it down like a superstar. They're on the 9-yard line. But wait, look at the clock, 2 seconds left. Just 2 ticks remain for one final, do-or-die shot at glory. The entire stadium is holding its breath. This is what football is all about, folks. If you love incredible sports moments like this, I'll tell you about a finish that will have your...
In a dramatic finish Saturday night at Stanford Stadium, the Stanford Cardinal held firm on one final play to secure a 2013 win over the Florida State Seminoles in Atlantic Coast Conference action. Game summary. Stanford, 3-4 overall, 2-2 ACC, built an early lead, overcame injuries, and relied on a stout defensive stand in the waning moments to hand Florida State, 3-4 overall, 0-4 ACC, yet another conference loss. The Cardinal opened the scoring with a 32-yard field goal by Emmett Kenny after forcing a Seminoles punt. Florida State responded with a 39-yard field goal, tying it at 3-3 early in the second quarter. Stanford then drove 75 yards in 11 plays for a touchdown. Ben Gulbranson, connecting with C.J. Williams from 7 yards out, made it 10-3. Later in the half, the Cardinal added another field goal to lead 13-3. Florida State closed the half with an 8-yard TD run by Tommy Castellanos, trimming the lead to 13-10 at the break. In the third quarter, Stanford put together a 13-play, 94-yard drive that ended with a 1-yard touchdown run by Cole Tabb, who finished with a career-high 118 rushing yards to push the lead to 20-10. Florida State's only fourth-quarter points came via a 33-yard field goal, making it 20-13 with 9 minutes and 22 seconds left. The finish that sealed it. The most dramatic moment came with time expired, or nearly expired. Florida State, thanks to a 49-yard desperation heave by backup quarterback Kevin Sperry to Mikahi Danzy that got them to the 9-yard line with 2 seconds left, had one last shot. Because of a pass interference penalty in the end zone against Stanford's Che Ojurikre, the Seminoles were granted an untimed down from the 2-yard line. Sperry attempted a shovel pass to Gavin Sawchuk, but Sawchuk was stopped just short of the goal line by Matt Rose and Josiah Galvan. After replay review, the stop stood, and Stanford escaped with the win. Interim Stanford coach Frank Reich summed it up simply. It comes down to the last play. Credit to our defense. Key takeaways. For Stanford, the win gives them 3 straight home victories and matches their total number of wins in each of the last 4 seasons. Backup quarterback Elijah Brown came in after an injury to Gulbranson and led the critical third-quarter drive. The defense rose up at key moments, stopping Castellanos just short on a 4th and 2 from the 14 with a little over 5 minutes left, and again making the game-saving stop at the goal line. For Florida State, the loss marks their 9th straight ACC defeat and 4th in a row this season. Despite amassing 444 total yards and showing flashes of life, they repeatedly hurt themselves with sloppy penalties, offsides, delay of game, etc., and missed scoring opportunities. Starting QB Castellanos left the game late with an injury. The prospect of his availability going forward may be a concern. What's next? Florida State will return home to host Wake Forest Demon Deacons on November 1st. Stanford will travel to face Miami Hurricanes next week in another ACC test. Final word. This one will be remembered more for that final defensive stand than the stats. Stanford, once a perennial underperformer, appears to be trending upward under Frank Reich. Florida State, meanwhile, continues to face mounting frustration and questions about its trajectory. Football is often about momentum, and in this game, Stanford seized it at the worst possible moment for the Seminoles.